tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. Want the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Coming back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I...
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now movement already. So a flag down here on our very first play. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is in. Complete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yard. To the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Working from the gun, Keenum. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing now is Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Carr now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And coming out now, the Broncos. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Let's go. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Beast mode unleashed, a big one there. 47 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Doug Martin, the two-time Pro Bowler in Tampa. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run with Lynch. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he stopped immediately there. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From the gun on third down, Keenum. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to the air. Keenum on second down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On second down, Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Keenum. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They start the drive with Martin. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like an I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time? Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Keenan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Keenan. He's going to look deep down the field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Leon Hall, the former Michigan man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. Oh, spinning away. And nice work on the return. They'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. Found a little room there as he's out. To about the 37. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. Uses the spin. He completes it to Nelson. And it's a fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. On second down, here's Keenum. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it did.
And the Raiders have got him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Keenum throwing on second. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Keenum. His throw incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On play action, now Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Keenum. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jake Butt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Lynch. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Roberts has it. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. following the fumble recovery. Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Keenum. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here's Harris to return it. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that one. They opened the lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Shotgun now for Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he finds Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey. 29.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Carr to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buyer, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' let? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. Weave blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money.